lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do?
Hi sweet friends, and welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Justina. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a beautiful and creative way to display your plates. Now by now, I'm sure that many of you have seen photos circulating around Pinterest and Instagram of plate wreaths. But until recently, there wasn't a step-by-step tutorial available on how to create one of these wreaths without damaging your plates. For example, I read a blog post where a blogger created a beautiful ironstone plate wreath, but she used liquid nails to adhere her plates to the wreath form. And I'm sorry guys, but I was kind of horrified when I read that. So not long ago, a friend of mine over on Instagram by the name of SUZANNE ZINGG created two absolutely gorgeous plate wreaths. One was using red and blue transfer ware and the other was using spring plates. Her plate wreaths are the most beautiful plate wreaths I've seen anywhere on Instagram and anywhere on Pinterest. And she was able to create these beautiful wreaths without damaging her plates. I pretty much followed SUZANNE's instructions, but I did modify them slightly because I used a grapevine wreath as my wreath form. So you have both her method using a wire form and my method using a grape wreath form if you want to give this a try. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how I created this absolutely beautiful and versatile vintage plate wreath using plates that I thrifted for 99 cents a piece. These are blue willow plates that I purchased secondhand at an antique store in Pennsylvania. And if you're interested in that haul, I'll have that video for you linked for you above and also below so you can check it out. So one of the things I love most about SUZANNE's technique is that she uses plate holders instead of liquid nails or some kind of adhesive so that you don't ruin your plates. Not only that, it makes the wreath versatile and multi-seasonal because you can swap your plates in and out depending on the season or your tastes or the color scheme in your room. You can get so many different looks from one wreath form. So I'm going to show you how to create this wreath. One thing I do want to mention is that I would consider this to be an intermediate level wreath, maybe even kind of more on the difficult side. And that's because we're going to be working with plates and a lot of floral wire, really getting in there and making sure that these plates are adhered very securely to this wreath and that the wreath itself is secure. You're going to be using your hands quite a bit, and what I did was create this wreath over the course of 3 evenings after my son went to bed. Take your time and make sure you're doing each step properly because it's imperative that this wreath is secure. Now, if you have any questions as we go along, please pop them in the comments box below and I will do my best to answer them. Also, please don't forget to go over to SUZANNE's blog, which I have linked below for step-by-step written instructions on how she created her two beautiful wreaths.
Now with all that said, let's get into the plate wreath tutorial. So starting with materials, the first thing you're going to need are an assortment of plates. Here I'm using blue willow plates that I thrifted for 99 cents a piece. You're also going to need a wreath form, and I am choosing to use this grapevine wreath that I picked up at Michael's on super clearance, 80% off. You're also going to need small wire plate holders. This is the key to making this wreath, one that is not going to ruin your plates. You'll want to have some Velcro strips on hand for any mini plates or small teacups that you want to adhere to your wreath. You need lots of floral wire and, of course, wire cutters. Now, I think these wreaths look best if you add some ribbon, and you want to use ribbon that is long. You don't want short pieces, and it also should be wired ribbon. I'm also using some peat moss for the back of my wreath to give it some padding and also to finish it off. And also you're going to need some faux greenery. You're going to need a hot glue gun. Now all of these materials will be linked for you down below, and most of them can be purchased through my Amazon store. So the very first thing that you want to do is start placing your plates on your wreath form just to get an idea of how you want to arrange them before you begin. So I would suggest taking a picture of what you like once you arrange them in a way that you like so that you can use that as a guide. Or you can just make little notes on a piece of paper, or of course take a mental note. But I think this is a very important first step. Once you know how many plates and which plates you're going to be using, you want to put the plate hangers on them. And so the first thing you're going to do is take these little plastic protectors off and put them on the edges of your plate hangers. This is a little tedious to do, but this is a very important step, especially if you're using plates that you don't want to damage. Next, you're going to put your plate on the plate hanger, and this is not difficult to do, but it does take a little bit of practice if you've never done it before, or if you're like me and you have kind of weak hands. So just take your time and don't get frustrated, and once you do one, then the others will be really easy to do. After that, you're going to take your floral wire and you're going to cut a very long piece. Now guys, don't be stingy on the floral wire and make sure that you have enough floral wire before you get started, because it is imperative that you use long pieces on each one of these plate hangers. And what you're going to do is take the floral wire underneath the plate hanger. Make sure that you have even amounts of wire on either side, and then you're going to take the two pieces, the two sides together, and you're going to twist, 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 twist to make sure that that floral wire is really secure on your plate hanger. I'm going to show you how to do this again with another plate. This time I won't do the voiceover explaining what I'm doing. You can just watch.
This video? If so, remember to give it a thumbs up before you leave. Consider sharing it with a friend, and also, if you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button to join our YouTube family.
So once you have the plate hangers and the floral wire on each of your plates, you're going to start putting them on your wreath form. I started in the front. I wrapped the floral wire all the way around the wreath on both sides, and then I carefully turned the wreath over. And when I was turning the wreath over, I made sure to hold that floral wire tight in the back. So then I took the floral wire and again, I pulled it really, really tight. This takes some hand strength. You want to pull it really tight and then start twisting it to make sure that the plate hanger really holds on well to the wreath form. And you guys, I found that you really want to do this part as tightly and securely as possible. Now, even after all that, I was not confident that it was secure enough. So I took the ends of the floral wire and I wrapped them around the back of the plate wreath again. And I did this on both sides, and what I found was that it made the plate super secure. You can see I'm really shaking the wreath and it's not moving. Just like with the plate holders, I'm going to show you again how to put the plates on the wreath using the floral wire, but I'm not going to talk you through it this time. Just watch carefully what I'm doing. I try to zoom in really good so you can see. That I did not cut that floral wire long enough because I barely have enough left to twist it after the whole process is done. So make sure you cut that floral wire really, really long. It's better to have too much than not enough. So that's where I was at the end of night one. All of the plates were secure on the wreath. The next night I got to work on the back of the wreath, and I'm using peat moss to secure the back of the wreath, to cover the floral wire, and also to give it a nicer look, because I'm planning to place this wreath against a mirror, and you are going to see little peaks of the back of the wreath against the mirror. Also, floral wire is sharp, and so you want to make sure that you're protecting yourself, protecting your furniture, and you don't have to use peat moss. As you can see, it's rather messy, so you can use felt, you can use fabric. I like the look of the peat moss, but you really want to make sure that you finish off the back of this wreath. I think this is a very important step you don't want to miss. It also makes the wreath much more secure and the plates even more secure. I'm using a hot glue gun to adhere the peat moss to the wreath form, and if you've never used a hot glue gun before, please be very, very careful. They call it a hot glue gun, guys, because it's hot and you can burn your skin. So just work carefully and be sure not to burn yourself, guys. So here I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So there's the floral wire. You can see it's sharp, it sticks out, and using the peat moss over top of it just really finishes it off. It gives it a nicer look, and also practically it makes it a lot safer and more secure. Now I work on poster board when I film my DIYs because I think you can see it better, but in a case like this, when you're dealing with something messy, it serves double duty as making for easy cleanup. So here you can see the back of the wreath. It looks much more finished off, it gives some padding, and it's secure. Also tonight, I'm going to be putting some teacups on the wreath, and if I had some mini plates, I would put the mini plates on the wreath tonight too. And this is really easy. We're just going to be cutting some Velcro strips and adhering them that way. So you see, you're going to take two pieces that stick to one another, and then you're going to be cutting them to size. And here you can see my shake test method. They're nice and secure. This teacup, as you can see, is a bit larger. It's a little bit wobbly, but it is going to stay in place. It is not going to come off. Okay, finally on this night, I'm adding my faux greenery, and I am not hot gluing this to the wreath form because I don't want to get any hot glue on my plates. So I'm just weaving these pieces in and out using the plate hangers, and it worked out perfectly. So just taking the pieces of greenery and putting them through the loops of the plate hangers and then pulling them through. Now here I'm using a piece that is a little bit thick, and as you can see, I can't stick it underneath the plate, but that's not a problem. Why, guys? Because we're using plate hangers. You could just pop the plate off and the hanger is still there, and then you can put your greenery underneath and then place your plate right back on top. And you guys, this is what I mean by how versatile these plate wreaths are. So if during another season I wanted to use flowered plates or plates of a different color or Christmas plates, I could pop all of these plates off and put all new plates back on it. So on the third and final day of my plate wreath project, I added the ribbon, and I love this blue and white gingham ribbon that I got from Amazon. I have it linked below for you guys. And I'm making a nice big bow to go at the very top of the plate wreath. So I'm just making 3 loops on one side and 3 loops on the other. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm taking the long piece and just wrapping it around the middle. Then you tie a knot in the center, fluff up the little loops that you made, and arrange them as you like. And that's just one easy way to make a bow. And if you're somebody who struggles with making bows or working with ribbon, don't get frustrated. It doesn't have to be perfect. It probably looks better than you think it looks. And if you have trouble, try giving this kind a try. And if you guys ever want to see a video about different ways to make bows or work with ribbon, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so how am I going to get this on the wreath? With floral wire, of course. So I'm just sticking this piece of floral wire through the knot that I made, and I'm going to stick that wire into the wreath form and wrap it around, and my bow is going to be nice and secure at the top of the wreath. So here's a close-up of the big bow at the top. I also added some cute little bows on the handles of the teacups, and then I took the long pieces and just wrapped them around the plates. I think it looks really pretty that way.
Alright friends, so that about wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed this video and this step-by-step tutorial on how to create your very own plate wreath. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and also consider sharing this video with a friend. And guys, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and join our YouTube family for 2020. If you have any questions about this wreath, please pop them in the comments box below. And also, if you're on Instagram, don't forget to check out my friend Suzanne's Instagram account. Her information is linked for you below. Thanks so much for watching, sweet friends. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You slip